Okay. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I've got two fans going, so um, and I'm pretty sure my computer is not going to make it through the whole chat, so I may have to go back and use my other computer. Because it is hot up here. Very, very hot. All right. So this is the block we're doing. This is called Little Love Block. First I need a drink. All right. So like I said, this block is number 5 of the Sewcialites 3, which is a free quilt along that the Fat Quarter Shop puts on every year. And just so you know, you can go back and do the last 2 that they've done. I will link again the page for the pattern, and you can get all of them there. Whew, I am burning up, guys. All right, so for the heart, I'm using the swirly orange. Just a simple yellow. I believe this was a sheet that I had, and I'm using it for the background, or not the background, the yellow part. And then of course the tone on tone daisy print. Okay, and then I have this, and I fussy cut the 4 squares that I needed out of this. And I've got my iron going over here. So you'll need 3 fabrics and a background. Marking utensil to mark the lines on the back of your squares. Snips. You could use pins or clips. So this is my new bowl. It isn't new. I've had it since Jaden, I think, was in, I don't know, elementary, junior high, one of those. And she made it. She thought she was going to use it as a cereal bowl. So I found it the other day and decided to use it. It's going to be my pin bowl. So first thing you're going to do is take your rectangles that you made out of your background fabric. You're going to take the set of squares that you have 8 of. Mark a line going down. Of course, I have extra lines on mine because I am saving all of my extra half square triangles. And we are just going to start sewing. We are not making a half square triangle. I'm just saving it, the edge of it. All you really have to do is draw from corner to corner. Make sure you have it oriented the right way when you lay it out. Okay. fabric doesn't want to stay. So it should look like this when you're sewing it. And you are going to do a total of 4 of these. You're putting one on each side, making sure that you have it oriented the right way. Make sure you check the area after you've sewn it, and before you trim it, make sure you have checked that it's in the right spot before you cut. Go. I am in the middle of something. That could have waited. Every time. We're going to have a discussion when I'm done. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Once again, I got interrupted by the same person. She still has not learned that things can wait when I'm up here live. Her brain says it has to be done right then and there, and every time. It's always when I'm busy or live. But that's part of an autistic person, I guess. I don't know. All right. So now I'm just doing the other sides. It wouldn't take that long, except for, like I said, I'm just saving all the extra. If I can make an HST, then that's what I'm saving. And then somewhere towards the end of the year-ish, or beginning of next year, I haven't quite decided, I will put them all together and make something. Except now I can't find my squares. Ah! Okay. One. Oh. Oh, they might have blown off. Who knows? I'll just quickly cut a couple more. All right. Give me just a second. Okay, I think I only need 2. All right, now I just need to trim these down so that I can use it. One of these days I'll get it through her head. She can't be doing that when I'm live. Okay. So again, we're taking our rectangles from our background fabric. You have a set of 2, or you have a set of squares that you have 8 of. You're going to take those and put one on each side, each corner, and do a flip and fold or whatever you'd like to call it. Draw a line from corner to corner, sew down that line, cut it off, and flip it over. Okay. That's not the best one I've done, but it'll work. All right, clip, clip. Just trimming off our extra thread here. And then I'm just going to cut down that center, 1/4 inch away from the stitch line, fold it over. And iron. Put that in my pile. Ow. Just cut myself with my scissors. All right, flip it over and iron. So you should have something that looks like this. Oh, I see what I did. Oh, 1, 2. All right, well, you need to make 2 of those. One for the top, one for the bottom. Or actually, you need to make 4 of them. Sorry, guys. So we got 3 here. I'm taking this last square. Like so. Let's flip it around, move it over, and do another line of stitch. Okay. Got a lot of thread here. Okay, so now I don't know how well you can see, probably not very well, but I have 2 on one on each side, and mine have 2 lines of stitching. All I'm going to do is cut down the center between the 2 of those. These are not the scissors I should be using. Like so. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. So, good thing I have an extra one here because I just messed up. That's why you should double check before you cut, which obviously I did not do. I did the first one, no problem. But I'm so upset over her just coming up here that I got all messed up. That's okay. Real quick, I can't use that right now because I've already cut it. So what I'm going to do is take this strip of fabric and I'm just going to cut 2 squares real quick and redo it. Like so. Like so. That's one reason why I always like to have my fabrics nearby, especially on a live. That way I can just turn and fix what I need to fix. All right, so now I've got my 2 squares, and we're simply just going to do what we did the last time. I'm going to place my squares. And for time's sake, I am just going to do the 1 line stitch. Like that. And I'll just put that to the side. Fold this over. Put that one to the side. Okay. And iron my strip real quick. Alright, so that's what it should look like, guys. You're going to need 4 of these. Okay? I just need to trim my other two. There we go. There's now. This is not the best one I've done, guys. Okay. Give me just a second. All right, now we got it. It's not perfect, but it's on there. I can deal with it. This one is for my mini quilt, or mini quilts. All right, I'm going to trim these just the threads real quick. And then I'm just going to, whoa. I got that one a little close, so I just double stitched it real quick. It is still gonna work. It's just that when I trimmed it, I veered to the, whoa, which one am I? All right, now we've got our four thingamabobs here. One, two, three, four. All right, so now you can go ahead and, if you really wanted to, take two of these that you just made. You have a set of your fabrics, okay? There's 4 of these squares. I'm just going to sew one on each end. So you'll have 2 without extra squares on the end and 2 with extra squares. It tells you to do this at a later date, later down in the directions, but you know. Let's sew. I wonder where everybody is. Alright, so you should have 2 that look like this. So 1, let's see if I can stack them. There we go. 1, 2, and then 2 without. Now set those aside. Now, step 3 is you're going to take your large rectangles and a small background square. Okay. You're going to make a mark just like you did before, putting them at the top. So you need to have one on each corner at the top. And then you trim it. Like so. Now we'll put the other one on. So it should look like that so far. Take your other square, line it up so that it looks like this. And no, I'm not saving them, but I have the pieces. I'll go back and sew them later. Off of that one anyways. There's that. Now I'll just flip it around and sew that extra line. And while we add it, trim. Oops. I need to resew that one. There we go. Put it over there in the pile. All these need to go in the pile. Alright, so trim your threads. Press nice and flat. You should have something that looks like this. And I'm going to give it one more press. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one just like it. Yeah, all my stuff's flying everywhere. I am quite enjoying doing this Sewcialites. I am seriously thinking about going back and doing the other two. If you would be interested in doing that with me, please let me know. Oh, I need to clip this right here. My corner got folded over. So, you need two of them that look like this. Now, we're going to take our big squares. And I just realized I'm missing two of them. No, I'm not. Sorry. All right. You want one going towards the left, and you want the other one going towards the right. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Let me stitch this and I will show you what I'm talking about. All right. So you need one where it's going from here to here, and your other one, whoa, I did that wrong. What did I do wrong here? Let's double check. All right, so we want. Oh, okay, so I made another mistake, but you know, it's fixable. Let me pick the seam, and I will tell you what I did wrong. So I just laid it down thinking I had it in the right direction. Except I needed to turn it one more time. But it's okay. I didn't cut it. So I can fix it. And this is what happens when I get flabbergasted or irritated. So once again, my video is going to be one of these days I'll get a good one. I'm not going to let it stop me. All right, so I just needed to turn it a little more. I just had to flip it one little time. But we are on a roll now. So So it should look like this. Yeah, I need two of them. going to press your seams. So now we're going to take these two and we're going to put it together. Flip one side over. It should look like a heart. If yours does not look like a heart, then you did not do it right. You may have it flipped around the wrong way. Just double check. Take your time. And when it looks like a heart, flip one side to the other and sew. And that's what it turns out to be. Even after all the issues I had, look at it. You can't tell. Now, I am just going to trim it up a little bit. Do I have a ruler nearby? I thought I did. So what I'm doing is I am lining up my 1/4" mark with the top of the 2 points of the heart. Then I'm going to flip it. And now I'm just going to line up my there we go. Alright, so now that we've got our pieces sewed together, we're going to take the 2 strips without the side pieces, these 2, the 2 of these, and sew them to the edges of the block, not the top or the bottom, the 2 sides, left and right. And your flying geese or your little corners should be facing outwards. You're going to flip it over and you're just going to sew it straight on. Turn it around. I'm going to take my second one. I'm going to line it up. torso seams. Press your seam to relax it. Hold your side open. Press it flat. Flip it around. Press your seam before opening. Relax it and get it back to where it needs to be. Then you're just going to open it and press it flat. And then just do the whole block. Good press. This is what you should have so far. Now, you take the two extra, these are the last two pieces you should have. I'm going to try and match these the best I can. We'll see. Flip it around. Put the other side on. There it is. Pin. Seam. Bring your threads. Press. And I'm pretty sure I did that backwards. I did. Alright, so my bottom piece is on upside down. However, I don't think it really affects it. so I'm not going to worry about it. But there you go, guys. That's block number 5 of the socialites. Number 3. Now, I would like to take this little bit of time that I have left and talk to y'all about something. Many of y'all know I should have had a fundraiser today. I made the decision to postpone that fundraiser. Yes, it would have been wonderful to have that fundraiser during the month of March, during National MS Awareness. However, I'm still waiting on some things to come that I need for it. And honestly, my mental health is just not in the right spot for it. So I've decided to push it back. So I'm still having it. When I decide on a future date, I will let y'all know. There's just so much going on in the world right now. And to be honest, the last couple of lives, there really hasn't been anybody in my chat. And so I just, I'm fully aware that I took a time where it's too late or other people are live that are bigger channels, and that's fine with me. You know, it is what it is. I'm not going to let it stop me. However, I am going to start posting more videos, maybe doing 1 or 2 lives a week. We'll see. But I do think I'm going to scale back my lives just a bit and concentrate on my videos. Reason being is I'm still going to be doing all of my sewing that I wanted to do. I will be starting my late Victorian MS awareness ball gown from the 1890s. And that's something that I think I would rather film for the most part. Now, that's not to say that I won't do any lives while working on it at all. I will, eventually. But, you know, some of that stuff, you have to be able to film. And so I've just made that decision. You know, my health, it's better, but I still have a lot of issues. Even though I do better in the summer and spring, I still have quite a few issues that affect me when this weather is changing. Right now, my body is really swollen, and that's just one of the side effects that I get from the MS. When it goes from cold to hot, and it's very painful. So, really appreciate everybody that supports me and that encourages me, along with all the sewing things that I'll be doing. I'm also going to be doing a test pattern. Or I should say I'm testing a pattern. And coriander quilts, but she's starting her sew along. And I will be doing that. So, again, guys, I know it's chaotic. I know I got frustrated when my daughter showed up. It is what it is. It's just how she is. So please be nice in the comments. I do not need to hear that she needs to go or that she should know better. She should do this, she should do that. Her brain does not work like everybody else's, and I will not put up with any of that. But to stay on track, I am not sure when the next live will be. It'll be sometime next week. But until then, guys, I'll see y'all later. Bye.